Hello, my beautiful thinking people. Welcome back to Advocation X and your host, Clyde Phillips Sr. Now, we have another topic to deal with right now, and I'm hoping you're going to stick with me right to the end and see what you get from this. Before we start, hit the like button, subscribe, become a member. Don't forget, we need you to share these videos with everyone you love and know. Why? Because we have messages that need to get out to everybody. And the only way that's going to happen is through you. I'm counting on you. Don't let me down. Okay, the topic. I put out a video the other day that was talking about the share price of Tesla. And everybody was asking, why is Tesla going down so far? You know, you always say Tesla is such a great thing and this and that, and it's a good investment and blah, blah, blah. First, let me tell you this. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving investment advice. I'm telling you people what I'm doing and what I think is the right thing to do. It has no bearing. Don't make any decisions off of mine whatsoever. Do some of your own research. Okay? So what I'm going to tell you is this. I would never tell anybody to do anything that I wouldn't do myself. I would never prompt anybody to do something that I thought would be detrimental to them. And this is no different. When I talk about investments, I invest in Tesla for the long term. I know it's going to go up in price. Does that mean I'm going to sell it? No. And when it goes down in price, does that mean I'm going to panic sell it? No. What I do is I invest for the long term. And every chance I get when it goes down, I buy more. Do you have any idea why I do that? Why? When it's crashing and everything's going for naught and the whole company's going to bankrupt and we're all going to lose our shirt, why do I invest more? Because I have confidence in the company and its longevity. And eventually, whether people are trying to crush Tesla or not, they're going to have no choice but to go, wow, doesn't matter what we do to them, they continue to be effective. They continue to innovate. They continue to grow. It's going to explode one day, so I better put my money in there. So I continue to invest in it every chance I get. It's not often, but when I do have some money, I buy more Tesla shares. Here's the reason why I do that. If I buy one Tesla share at $1,000 and it goes down to $500, I lost $500, right? No, it's a bargain. It's like buying your second car at half price. So I buy another share. Guess what? I no longer have an average of $1,000 per share. I have an average of $750 a share. Wow. And you would still say, yeah, but you lost $250 per share. No, I didn't. The only way I lose that money is if I sell them short. If I sell them when they're down. And nobody would be dumb enough to sell their beautiful, brand new car for less money, right? Nobody would do that, right? Unless, of course, you're just a billionaire and you don't care. You're like, I drove the car for a day. I'm going to sell it for half price. Then go ahead. You have more money than brains. I, on the other hand, will wait again for the next dip in the price, and I will buy some more. That will lower my average cost per share. So when it goes up, when it's going to go back up to $1,000, by the time it does, my average cost per share might be $525. Now it goes back to $1,000. Now I've got 40 shares because I bought and bought and bought when it went down. Now how am I looking? Hey? With 40 shares sitting there with an increased value of $475 a share. That's why I continue buying when it's down. That's why when it's down, I don't panic. When it's down, I just go, buying opportunity. Because it's not some random stock I picked out of the air and went, oh, this one looks good. Here, let me put $1,000 a share. Ooh, it went down. Well, I'm getting my money. I'm out of here. That's what happens when you're one of these day traders. You're just looking for the next cool thing to make some money on. And if it doesn't make your money, you want to get out before you lose too much. And then the next one you invest in might go up, which will pay for the little bit of losses you got on the last one, etc., etc., etc. Too risky for me right now. Okay, I did that in the very beginning, and I was doing very, very well. I mean, I was doing extremely well. I was doing so well, I was ready to retire, get a toy hauler trailer, take off, and use that as my full-time job. Every day, working 2-3 hours on the day, because there's a little bit of time in the beginning of the morning, a little bit of time around 1:30 p.m., and then a little bit of time at the end of the day to make certain decisions of buying, selling, or holding. Why am I telling you all this? Are you going to even listen? Are you going to go do some research to find out if what I'm telling you is true? If you do, like those in the last video that I was congratulating, you're going to be happy in the long run. Those who don't, you're going to continue on your world as you do. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. But if you want a lead in to doing your own research to unlock some potential, listen, be a 1585 Club member. By the way, folks, I am going to start that actual club, and I'm going to start the actual channel that will be catering only to 1585 Club members. And we are going to be exchanging incredibly informative ideas that are going to help each and every one of you, us, move forward in our own endeavors. So, am I worried about the Tesla stock? No. Why is it going down? Quite simply, there are people whose mission it is to crush the stock. There are people whose mission it is to crush Elon Musk. There are people whose mission it is to crush anything electric operated. There are so many groups and concerns that are fighting to kill Tesla. And they've been doing it since 2012, maybe even before. So I'm here to tell you, they're losing. The reason they're losing is because those at Tesla never give up. They're not giving in. And they have the biggest open minds I have ever heard of. They innovate faster than other people can say the word. Why? Because they have set up the Dreadnought factory system. The computer system that runs every piece of the factory, where you can input information and it can instantly output fantastic ideas that can help move the entire company forward. You may not realize it, but the product that's coming out of Tesla is different every week. I don't care. There's a great chance you run into 20 different Tesla Model 3s and you drive one and they're all in the same year and none of them are the same. There will be differences in almost every one of them. Improvements, not just differences, improvements. So whoever got theirs earliest maybe has the least improved. But then they're sending out software updates. Oh, excuse me. No, I shouldn't call them software updates because NHTSA, those wonderful people who are trying their best to keep you safe, continue to call over-the-air updates recalls. Stop being led by the fudsters. When you hear Tesla has a recall, do some research. Don't just read the headline. NHTSA made Tesla do a huge recall for font sizes. You know, on your dash, when you see those little emblems come up that tell you that your engine oil or all these things are not doing so well? Okay, well, Tesla simplified that, and they had everything pretty uniform. NHTSA says, not good enough. The font size is too small. And then what do? They say you need to change the font size on that and notify all your customers that you've changed the font size and this is why. And then they go out and they release the information and go, Tesla recalls 2 million vehicles. You know what? They're pathetic. They are pathetic. NHTSA, if you're listening, you're watching, you are pathetic. You could not make it more obvious that you have it in for Tesla than anything else in the world. When you hired that woman who hated his guts, everything came out of her mouth was negative against Tesla and Elon Musk. And you hire her as the head of NHTSA for certain divisions that had to do with Tesla. I'm sorry, was that obvious enough? And then you start, every time Tesla does a software update to make something better, you say, oh, Tesla recalling this many millions of vehicles. Because no, they're not. They're sending out software updates that make each of their cars better. and better and better and better and better. Can you do that, Nitsa? Can you do anything to make our lives better, or are you just doing your best to make everybody's life worse? If you do a comparison as to how many accidents occur in a Tesla with safety features on, with safety features off, with autopilot being used, with navigate on autopilot, with FSD enabled and being used, look at the amount of people's lives that are being saved, and stop your nonsense. No, Tesla's not perfect, and there will be some mishaps, and we all feel bad when there are mishaps, but that doesn't stop the millions of us who are not experiencing any difficulty. The millions of us who are still alive and well, that are still driving and loving every single feature we are getting on the Teslas. Do I love Elon Musk? I get asked that all the time. Are you just an Elon Musk lover? Would you propose to him? Are you looking to marry the guy? Like, what's going on? And I go, listen, I don't know Elon Musk. I don't know him. I can't love him. Or let me say it a different way, because the way people are asking me if I love him, they're asking it in kind of a relationship kind of way. I can't be in love with Tesla. I can't be in love with Elon Musk. I don't know the entire company, and I don't know the man. But what I can tell you is this. I respect his brilliance. I respect the teams that work night and day to make the products that save lives. Not good enough for you? That's okay. Doesn't have to be. You don't have to share my opinion. I also don't have to share yours. But I can back mine up. Can you back up yours? Or are you just going to say, but I read a headline? Yeah, the headline said 2 million cars recalled. But now you know. There were not 2 million cars recalled, were there? There was a software update that NHTSA decided to call a recall. Safety issue, because the icons were not in the right font, the right size for NHTSA's expectations. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been driving along in your car and you've looked down at your dash to see what that little icon is? What's going wrong with my car? If you did that, you just put yourself in massive danger. So the size of the font or the shape of the icon or anything like that doesn't matter. It's not going to save you. But if you notice in your peripheral that there's something just came on your dash, the next time you stop, you'll look at it. Or if you think it's really important, you'll pull over and look at it. Do you think it'll ever matter to you, the size of the font? Unless you just can't see it all. And if you can't see it all, you shouldn't be driving. Folks, please, if you have questions, ask us who are doing the research. Ask us who are partially in the know. Do not read a headline and think you have information. Okay? That's not research. As you know now, all mainstream media in the Western world has proven itself to be a farce. They've proven themselves to be puppets. They've even named their puppeteers. And in some cases, the puppeteers have named themselves. Do you remember that press conference where Mr. JT, was having a conference and they asked him, how is it possible that you get all this favorable media coverage? And he said, I give them $600 million. Why do you think I'm getting great coverage? He is puppeteering because he gives them money. They are afraid to say anything against their money. Folks, mainstream media has sold their soul to the devils. They are no longer the people that are really caring about you and about you knowing what's going on around you. They never challenge power anymore. They just go along. They shut their mouths and go along. They don't research anything anymore. They get handed a piece of paper that says this is your news for the day, and they run with it. They don't have their independent little guys running around texting them saying, I got a scoop for you. This is really good. I'm right here. I got the documents. Everything is clear. No, they send you a bunch of talking points and you run with those. And everybody who trusts you is misled because you never did any research at all. Folks, be careful. Tesla stock price will do what it will do. It has big mood swings. Let's put it that way. Huge mood swings, up, down, sideways, and every which way possible. If you're in it, be in it for the long run, and you won't be disappointed. If you're in it for the short term, then you're going to have to be a magician, and you're going to have to be able to tell who's trying to hammer Tesla today, or is Elon going to say something crazy today that's going to make the stock jump down 1%? Like, really? People whine and cry about that. Oh, by the way, Ross Gerber, I knew you were a snake in the grass ages ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I actually put a tweet out on things saying, watch out for the people around you, Elon, who you think are there for something good. There are a lot of snakes around you, and even ones that you may trust. And Ross Gerber used to talk about Elon like, yeah, I love the guy. Love him. Yeah, he's a good guy. Oh, yeah, Elon Musk. And all that's come out of his mouth in the last while are veiled threats, veiled digs, veiled criticisms of Elon Musk and the entire organization. I take offense to that because a lot of those people that are working in Tesla are well-educated, hard-working, mission-driven people. And to have them denigrated by some greedy, self-serving snake in the grass really annoys me. So once again, Elon Musk, I'm going to tell you again, be careful of those around you. Some of them, or maybe even a lot of them, are pure and simple scumbags that are not out for our interest or anybody else's, but their own. Beware of scumbags. And remember something, we never give up and we never give in, but we keep an open mind. And why? Because that's the only way we're going to gather our knowledge, and our knowledge is the only power we will ever have. Don't give up your power. Do your own research. And you know what? Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay as happy as humanly possible. And until the next time, I love you all. Bye for now.